So I look and I'm like, is that $8? And I was like, that's a pretty good price for a hamster cage. And then my daughter was with me and she goes, no, Dad, that's $80. And I was like, what? $80 for a hamster cage? Have you been to Goodwill lately? Has anybody gone to Goodwill lately? Well, I did. And I had a specific reason. I'm going to tell you why I went to Goodwill. I'm going to tell you why Goodwill are thieves. These people get all kinds of free stuff. And I couldn't believe my eyes when I went to Goodwill because I hadn't been in a really, really long time. So I recently lost 50 pounds over CJ Goes Unleashed. Hey, everybody. If you're new to the channel, I talk about stuff. I'm going to keep the cursing low this time, though, because, you know, I'm getting older now and the audience maybe doesn't want to hear that kind of language. So I'm going to keep it as clean as possible. But I'll tell you what, Goodwill pissed me off quite a bit when I went in there because, like I said, I lost 50 pounds of medical condition. I didn't try and go on any keto diets or any of that junk. I went into Goodwill because I needed clothes. I have a ton of clothes. I'm a clothes horse. I'm like Imelda Marcos when it comes to shoes, right? Like I have like over here, I've got like probably 40 or 50 pairs of Jordans, Nikes, all kinds of like, you know, nice shoes. And my clothes are all XL clothes. So I really can't wear my XL clothes losing 50 pounds. You know what I mean? It's all, everything's hanging off me. So I went into Goodwill just to see what they had. So I started walking around and I'm thinking Goodwill, you know what I mean? Salvation Army, Goodwill, these places, they're probably like super cheap. Maybe they have something vintage or something cool. So I start walking around and I see like a bird cage, right? Or a hamster cage. So I walk over to the hamster cage and I'm like, is that $8? Because my eyes are a little bit still wonky from my insulin and being a new diabetic. So I look and I'm like, is that $8? And I was like, that's a pretty good price for a hamster cage. And then my daughter was with me and she goes, no, Dad, that's $80. And I was like, what? $80 for a hamster cage? You could buy that like at Walmart for like $60 and it's and it's like new. This one was used. So we're walking around. She's like, hey, Dad, I want a makeup mirror. And she wanted some, what do you call those things? Leotards, those pants that the girls wear, the tight Lululemon kind of, with spandex kind of pants, right? So we're walking around and she goes, Dad, here's a makeup mirror. And I look at it and I go, how much is it? And she goes, $30. And I'm like, American dollars? Did someone switch the sign on this place? Is this place Macy's or something like in New York City? $30 for a used, like one of those makeup mirrors that stand up, that light up, sort of like, you know, one of these lights I'm using for this video, you know, the vanity lights or whatever they call them. And I'm like, Autumn, really? $30 for a mirror? That can't be true. I said, maybe $3. Are you reading this thing right? And she's like, Dad, it says $30. Trust me. So we're walking around and I get up to the manager. I buy like, you know, like little things when I can, garage sales that are cool, that I like to keep. I don't eBay sell or anything. So I'm like, hey, do you have any ashtrays? And he's like, nah, we don't have any ashtrays. And I asked him for something else. And then I was like, oh yeah. I was like, you have sports cards? And he's like, no, we don't do them in the stores anymore. I was like, what do you mean you don't do them in the stores anymore? And he goes, well, we put them online. And I'm like, what? You put them online? I said, do you have any like baseball, basketball, hockey jerseys? Because I buy all those things. I wear them. I like them. If you do, comment below if you like those kind of things too, or if you thrift or whatever. I don't necessarily thrift, but, you know, like if I see something, I'll buy it because I'm thrifty. So I said, what's that? Shop Goodwill online. He's like, yeah, we take all because I saw a jersey, right? Like it was a Tennessee Titans jersey. I can't remember who it was, like Steve McNair or something like that. A really old, like just a throwback jersey. And the arms were all worn out and it was $12. And I was like, $12? This is more like garbage bucks. Like there's no way you should even be selling this for more than $2 or $3. It's like, however old, 20 years old, and it's worn out on the shoulders. So that's how it prompted me to ask him. I was like, hey, you know, what's the shop Goodwill? He's like, yeah, we take all the best stuff and we put it online and we auction it. And I was like, no, you don't. You don't auction it. There's no way in hell you guys get all this free stuff from me. I give a ton of stuff. I know you probably do too. Watching this video right now, I bet you've given to Goodwill or Salvation Army. I thought I was doing good by giving these people stuff. I walk in $100 for a violin. I mean, like, are you serious? A used violin with no strings on it for $100? Where are they coming up with these numbers? What is fueling this corporate greed? Why are they doing this to people? I watched a video and it came across my feed a couple days ago about some homeless guy that walked into Goodwill, and they were like, he was like, hey, can I have some socks? And the manager was like, no, you can't have socks. Like a 10-cent pair of socks. Seriously, I thought Goodwill was meant to do good. They have turned this charity of theirs, charity, quote unquote, into a fucking business, okay? It is a full-fledged 5013C bullshit business. It's not even real charity anymore. I didn't look it up, but I know that the CEO makes like millions of dollars a year. How? How? And then they have people volunteering to do these jobs for free? Come on, man. Goodwill, you got to do better than this. You got to lower your prices. You got to make it so the average person can actually go in there and afford to buy an ashtray. You know, I don't condone smoking, but I buy the ashtrays because they're cool. But seriously, like a crock pot. I saw a crock pot. $30 for a crock pot. I can go to Walmart for $20 and get a brand new crock pot. Where are these prices coming from? Do they have like some whiz kid in the back like that's making these numbers up and saying this is our profit margin and this is what people are willing to pay and doing analytics? I don't know. Maybe you do. And if you do, comment below and let me know how you feel about Goodwill and their lack of goodwill toward humanity, and all they care about is profit. You know, obviously, when they're having people that are working for free as volunteers, and those people feel good. Like my mom has volunteered. Family members of mine have volunteered. And you know what? They feel good about it. But maybe that was in the 80s and 90s and 2000s, maybe even the 2010s. But I was shocked by what I saw in 2024 in the Western PA area. Maybe it's different in your area. I don't know. But like I saw a clock radio for $20. I mean, like I could go on and on and on. A VCR. Yeah, they're getting harder to find. They were like, I don't know. You can buy them like, I bought one last year for like $5 at a garage sale. They were $20 for a VCR. It wasn't even the DVD VCR. No remote. Just a damn VCR. Who the hell wants a VCR that badly? Go on eBay or whatever, which is another scam in itself. We'll talk about that on the next one. But I thank you for watching. And please comment below. Keep the conversation going below in the comments. And if you enjoy the content, like and subscribe. I'm going to be back more now that my condition is being stabilized and I'm feeling a lot better. And I have some new clothes. By the way, I didn't even talk about the clothes, but I did find some cool things. You know what I mean? Like I found some older basketball shirts and baseball shirts and things like that. I like that kind of stuff. So if you do, comment below and let me know what you like to shop for at Goodwill or at Salvation Army or Vincent DePaul, or there's a bunch of them. There's a bunch of thrift stores. And you know what? Let others in the comments know what thrift stores you're going to. Like if you're in Springfield, Massachusetts, what's your store there? And maybe they have an online thing. I don't know. But maybe all these stores are like this now. I don't know. But thanks for watching, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Yeah.